So you're looking at the crazy Fanatec Black Friday sales and you're thinking to yourself, do I buy one of the Podium DD1 bundles or Podium DD2 bundles? Is the DD2 and the DD1 still a viable direct drive wheelbase in 2023? What I'm hoping to do in this video is just clear up some misconceptions and give some impressions of someone who's owned a DD2 for 2.5 years and also owns a GT DD Pro. So, you know, what's it like being in the Fanatec ecosystem, and how have I seen the product change over the years? So let's start with the elephant in the room, and that's the fact that for the same price as the Black Friday special Podium bases, you can get the new Club Sport DD Plus and the DD and DD Plus Club Sport wheelbases. Now, those are brand new tech. They're a evolution and refinement of what Fanatec does, and they add the new Full Force feature set, which does nothing at present, but with software support. And, you know, the community is pretty switched on. There may well even be community-based retroactive support added to older games. It does have a lot of potential to bring an additional dimension to force feedback. But the real question is, well, how much more can be actually done with force feedback? And I really strongly advise, if you haven't done so, go watch the boosted media video. It's about an hour and a half, and it goes through practically every possible permutation of questions you could have about the DD Plus and DD Club Sport bases. And it is promising. The fact is that the wheels have the additional ability to go to a level of granular detail that you know, pretty much nothing else has at the moment. And so if you want the absolute latest and greatest, you want something that is delivering something that isn't currently available in any other wheelbases, with possibly the exception of the Logitech G Pro, then, you know, go buy it. They're perfectly good. 12 and 15 Newton meters is plenty of force. And it's not peak force, it's linear, it's holding force. So if you're looking for immersion, you're looking for the thing that will give you a realistic experience. You know, if you're in a GT3 car, the typical wheel forces will be about 12 Newton meters. That's what most of us with powerful wheelbases will run our wheelbases at anyway. So you can buy those safely. But if you decide to go for these Black Friday specials, well, what do you get extra? Well, for starters, let's just look at the DD2, which is the base on its own. So it ships with the QR2 at launch, or at, you know, when you buy it. So you save a little bit of cash there on the upgrade, and it does create some issues though if you are buying from the existing range of wheelbases, because at present Fanatec do not offer most wheels with a free QR2 upgrade. Now that'll come. That's inevitable. They have to. If they're pushing everyone onto this new quick release, then eventually it's going to have to become a standard option. But do keep in mind, your initial wheel purchases, unless you're buying the Sparko, which isn't out yet, but that does ship with the QR2. The BMW M4 wheel also ships with the QR2. And the Bentley wheel, if it ever shows up, will probably ship with the QR2. But for now, the existing range, they've got to move through their existing stock of QR1. So that's an additional expense. Do keep that in mind. As for the base itself, though, I mean, for starters, in terms of specs, it is a top tier base. 20 Newton meters of holding force, 25 of peak force. That is more force than you'll ever need. That gives you the option of putting full weight real steering wheels on there and running them at forces that are comparable. So if you want to drive a NASCAR or a muscle car and you want to have a full diameter wheel on it and have a realistic experience, then you're going to want 20 to 25 Newton meters. Same thing if you're a go-kart racer and you want that full weight, you know, because you basically have no assisted steering on a tiny ratio steering wheel. It's heavy as heck. You're going to want 25 Newton meters. If you want to do a lot of truck sim and you want it to feel heavy, well, 25 Newton meters is right there for you. So for starters, in terms of power, going from 12, 15 to 25, that's what it unlocks for you. It unlocks for you versatility. The other thing to keep in mind, one of the big things they're talking about with the Club Sport bases is the slew rate. If you have 25 newton meters of force, you have a high slew rate. It's just physics. No one with a 20 or 25 newton meter base is complaining about the speed or reaction time of the base. The thing is instant and fast and communicative. Now, in terms of detail, yes, full force in these new wheelbases, which have a little bit less rotating mass inside of it, is going to be just that bit sharper. But if you're comparing the DD2 against what's already on the market, you look at the Simu-Cube range, etc., it's been said time and time again by people who A/B test these products back and forth all the time that there's not much difference, right? Fanatec has done a lot of work with their drivers over the years, and as someone who bought it 2.5 years ago, I've experienced that. The experience for the DD2 has improved dramatically over that time. It was good when I got it. It's brilliant now. And the only complaints you do here are, first of all, you are locked in the Fanatec ecosystem. There's no avoiding that. In return, you do get a widely supported product, and the wheels are a little bit cheaper than buying pro gear for the most part. But the other downside is you are using an older design. It is a 2019 product at this point. It's something that came out in 2019. It is one of the oldest mass market high power wheelbases. So there is some things that have improved. So there is the two things you'll hear about is torque ripple and cogging, and these are these are bugbears for people. They are haunted by the fact that these things exist. But again, if you watch these videos and listen to what people who A/B test this stuff all the time say, is it's really only noticeable either if you're using this stuff all the time or if you sit there looking for it. You'll see people sit there in pit lane, reaching the wheel back and forth, going, "Oh, I definitely feel it." Well, if you're looking for it and you're doing the exact things that you can to make it appear, well, of course you're going to experience it. When you're actually racing, you don't notice it at all. If you haven't dialed it out, which is possible. All it takes is a little bit of time mucking about with damping, etc. So, yes, if you're haunted by the possibility that there might be these little underlying effects that that might not be there in other wheels, that might be too big a cross for you to bear if you buy this wheel at half price. But realistically, if you look at what else you can get, that's 20 to 25 newton meters in the same price range, well, that ain't much, right? So that's what you're trading off. You've got getting something that is refined, it's been developed over the years, has wide support, does ship with a 5-year warranty as well, at a stupid price. I paid full price. I paid double what people are buying now. I'm perfectly happy with the amount of money I spent, and I've not regretted it for 1 second. And I don't think there's going to be a single person out there who gets their DD2 for 1,200 Australian, 1,300 Australian and is going, "Oh shit, I should have bought a Logitech G29. It's a damn good wheelbase. Now, again, is it going to be the latest tech? No. That's what the Club Sport DD and DD Plus are for. They are the same price, so it's an easy trade-off. You just got to make your decision. You can't have it all. If you want to have it all, wait a little while when the DD2 and the DD1 get retired and replaced with the DD Plus one, or the DD1 Plus, or the DD2 Plus, or whatever they end up calling it. I'm sure it'll still be the Podium range, because Podium is the top tier Fanatec product. But they'll want to do something to differentiate it, and I don't know what'll happen styling-wise. Now, moving away from the DD2, there are some DD1 bundles which are also phenomenal value. $1,700 Australian will get you a steering wheel and other bits and bobs. Terrific value. Again, you're not going to get prices this good on a straight out of the box setup. So I would say strongly consider it. But again, if you're antsy about either missing out on full force, and again, not to downplay it, full force will be interesting. I'm very much contemplating whether I replace my GT DD Pro with a DD Plus. we'll see what happens when the reviews come out and, you know, what people say once they've actually got it in their hands and once it's actually implemented. Okay, because again, you've got Logitech's TrueForce out there and reviewers liked it, but no one's losing their mind. You don't see people saying, well, the only wheelbase to buy right now is the G Pro. So we'll see what impact, you know, these enhanced effects will have. Again, they are impressive, not downplaying them at all, and this is not copium. I know that my DD2 is an older model. It's a 2019 design, which, again, puts it on the older thing. There are things that have improved in wheelbases for now. But, again, at the prices you're getting them at, with a QR2 included, the value is pretty tremendous, and I don't think you need to stress too much if you buy them. Now, if you happen to buy one dirt cheap, and you're worried, oh, it's going to be obsolete out of the box, it'll keep its resale value. It's got a 5-year warranty, and regardless of what happens next in sim racing, it's still a damn good sim base. It still holds its own against the, you know, the holy grail, the SimuCube 2 stuff, right? SimuCube 2 is the one that's the wheelbase of choice for a lot of people, but again, SimuCube 2 is not on sale at half price, or nearly half price, 40-something% off. So I don't think it's worth all the angst. You know, if you want really, really good value, there's two possible avenues you can go. You can go the Black Friday sales, or you can buy one of the DD Club Sport DD bases. Both will be fine. And I think people just need to chill out, you know. None of these things is going to be life-changing. They are an enhancement on what's already there. You do see it a few times. People go, I've just upgraded from a G29 and it wasn't this big a deal. A direct drive base will not make you faster. It will not make you, you know, see an additional colour that you couldn't see before. It will not improve your sex life or let you live longer. What it will do is increase your enjoyment of sim racing, and it will, you know, these high-end ones are better. Okay? They are just flat out better. You can't go wrong. They will improve your experience. So, stress less. Buy what you want to buy. Don't have angst about the things you're missing out on, because there's always, like, there is never a right time to buy technology. The only time where your technology is the best thing that's on offer is if you buy it on launch day and no one else in the world has it, no one else can do it, and then you've got to deal with all the problems of being an early adopter. There is no sweet spot. You've just got to make the choice that makes you happy in the moment and accept that everyone's going to die eventually anyway and you can't take it with you. And these are just expensive toys. Right? Chill out. Thanks for watching.